Welcome to my workshop. You are watching Casual DIY channel. In today's video we're going to be checking out a laser from xTool, the F1. I do have some accessories for it, a slide extension and air purifier. The purpose of today's video is to show you what you are actually getting in those boxes, how to set everything up, where it comes to the hardware, but also the software that xTool provides for this machine. I'm going to run some tests for you as well so you can see what it can actually do. However, straight away guys, I just want to warn you a little bit, okay? If you are looking for a cheap laser to do all sorts of jobs for you and you're just a DIYer, you're not thinking of making profit from having a machine like this, well, this may not actually be the machine for you. This is not a cheap kit. However, the features it has and what it can actually do makes it a perfect solution for a small business, or if you actually want to get some side hustle going in your workshop. So let's have a look what's in those boxes. And there you go, that's the F1 and what you get with it. On top of it, as I mentioned, I've got the slide extension and the air purifier as well. Everything neatly and nicely packaged, perfect condition. Right, let's set it all up and let's get cracking. Setting up this machine for the first use, absolutely dead simple. However, there's a few steps you need to follow. On the side here, on the left hand side, you do have an emergency stop button, and out of the box it's switched on. So flip it over so it's not engaged. Next, when you open this up, lifts just like so, and over here that's the place where the lasers are coming out. So basically there's a cover that you need to remove, otherwise nothing's gonna show through. The base plate just over here, it's removable, okay? And now you can engrave a larger object just by holding the machine or just standing the machine on top of your project that you want to engrave. The size of this plate is about 10.5 by 10.5 centimeters, and that's more or less what you can engrave or cut with this machine. And you do have this corner clamp thing if you want to batch things out. You can attach this corner clamp onto any of those holes there, making sure it will stay solid in one place, and then you can batch produce your projects. Next, what you need to make sure before switching on the machine, at the back just over here you do have this USB type of a key, okay? Without this machine will not work, and you do have two of them, okay? So make sure that's in the back, inserted just like so. Over here you've got USB ports for the fan, an extra one, power, on off switch, and the fan port as well. And that's the fume purification unit, okay? It does have a button just over here. You've got two modes. One, it will automatically turn itself on as the machine, as the laser operates, or you can have it constantly on. On the back of the unit, you've got a few things. On-off switch, as you would expect. Then how fast this machine will operate. So you've got max at the top, minimum at the bottom. Then you've got the power point. You've got the connection for the F1. And as you can see, we've got two ports. One is the inlet, one is the outlet. That's what we need to connect to our laser machine. The top of the unit is removable, and you've got access to the filter that's located inside. And in the package itself you do get two more spares of these filters. It's just a friction fit, just like so. Now you actually do get another hose, okay, and you can attach it just over here and put it through the window or your vent in your workshop, anything like that, if you wanted to. On the side of the machine you've got a large label with some reminders on how to more or less use the machine. Okay, at the bottom here you've got a port for your PC or laptop. A little bit higher there you've got an extension port. Then that button here is a framing button, and we'll check that option in just a few moments. And that knob over here moves the machine up and down to establish the position, the focal point of the laser itself. So you can do that manually, or you can do that in the software as well. And it's all connected, okay? It's absolutely a doddle. There's nothing to put together, no assembly, out of the box. You just plug in the wires and off you go. Really that simple, and that's what you really want in a machine like this. Couple of stats and figures when it comes to this machine. As I said before, the working area is about 10.5 by 10.5 centimeters, so it's not large at all. However, that's the whole point where it comes to this machine. It's about the portability, okay? You even do have a handle on top to carry it around. Now, you do actually have two lasers in this, so it will make sure that you can more or less engrave every single potential material that you want. You do have 10 watts of power when it comes to a diode laser, and you do also have a infrared laser with 2 watts of power. The diode laser in here is pretty much standard and it will do all the jobs that you would expect from a diode laser at that type of power. However, an infrared laser will allow you to expand the projects you can actually tackle. For example, you can engrave now aluminium, brass, copper, gold, silver, anything like that. Those materials that diode lasers cannot engrave and CO2 lasers can't do either. So this combo is actually quite interesting, especially for you that you make your own jewelry or you want to personalize it. Okay, so engraving gold or silver, absolutely perfect tool to do it, and you do have high amount of accuracy here, guys, but we'll be testing all that in a second. Let's start testing this machine out. Let's engrave something. I've got a 6mm plywood piece just over here. We're going to lift the cover up, and on the base here you can see 2 dots, one red, one blue. That's your infrared laser and your diode laser. Okay, you're going to use those dots to establish the focal point of this machine. So we're going to place our material just over here. First of all, you can do it manually. Okay, you've got a wheel just over here on this side, and it will move the head of the machine up and down. Okay, so that will mean it will move those dots. So as I'm going to be turning the knob, the machine will go lower or higher, and the dots will come together or go apart. There you go. That's absolutely perfect. Right, so here we are in the software. It's called xTool Creative Space. That's the software that xTool provides us to use this machine and all the other products. Right, I do have this graphic. It's a bitmap, so we're just going to engrave it straight away. On the right hand side, you've got some options. As I said, we're going to engrave this. You've got the laser type. You can select the infrared or the blue light. However, obviously we're engraving in plywood, so blue light is what we want. Dot duration, I'm not very familiar with that, so when it comes to bitmap engraving in this software for this particular laser, it's dot duration instead of speed. So I'm going to set it up to, let's go for 380. Power range, I'm going to go for 100%. DPI, we don't need it that exact, so let's go for 306, for example. That should be just fine. I'm going to change that to Jarvis. And now we can actually press the framing button. That will show us where the machine will be working to make sure the positioning of our material is correct. So let's press that. And as you can see, we've got the blue outline. So we can either move our material inside, okay, or shift our design in the software itself. However, with this machine, you've got another way of framing your design. Manually. Okay, there's a button just on the side here, press that, there you go, and you've got the blue outline showing you exactly where the design will go. Absolutely fantastic feature. If we are happy with all the settings, we can now proceed. There you go, press start. It will prompt you to press the button on the machine itself, and off we go. At this point, I just want to give you a bit of a disclaimer. This whole set has been sent to me by xTool themselves for free. They're not paying for this video and they're not sponsors of my channel. So whatever I say about this tool is what I genuinely think about it. Now the air purifier turns on automatically as the F1 starts up, and then when the F1 stops working, it takes about a few seconds for the air purifier to switch itself off automatically. Absolutely fantastic, as it will get rid of any fumes that are still inside of the F1. Okay, the whole process took 3 minutes and 47 seconds, and the results are really good. Check this out. Absolutely fantastic and perfect engraving, okay? No issues there at all. However, one of the really interesting features of this machine is it can actually operate at a very high speed of up to 4,000 millimeters per second. It's absolutely insane. That's the fastest laser I've had in my workshop. Now, how does it achieve it? Well, there's no gantry moved by pulleys, anything like that. The laser is actually bounced off mirrors. Okay, the mirrors set up where the laser will go, and thanks to that, it can actually be so quick. So let's test the speed out. I've got this aluminium card that's coated in this nice blue color, and let's try to engrave a vector file on this with 4,000 millimeters per second. Okay, so we're on the software. That's my vector graphic that actually now we've got three options. We can cut, engrave or score. I want to engrave this, okay? Power 100%, speed, well, let's go with the top speed, 4,000 millimeters per second. We'll see what happens. Lines per centimeter, 100. Right, let's do the framing, see where we are. Think we're about there, okay? I'm gonna stop framing now, and we can proceed with engraving this. Okay, we've got everything set up apart from one thing, i.e. let's change it to infrared. Okay, let's see how it performs. Now that took 10 seconds to engrave with the infrared laser. Absolutely insane. That is remarkable speed. Really amazing. Let's have a look how the blue normal diode laser will do. Obviously we need to change the settings. It needs to be a little bit slower, as it will definitely won't handle this engraving at that speed. Okay, let's now select the blue light laser, and we'll go with, I don't know, 1000. Let's try 1000. Okay, so the other settings are the same. Power 100%, 100 lines. However, the speed, I'm just going to type it in. It's going to be 1000 millimeters per second. Okay. That took 27 seconds, and that came out absolutely fabulous as well. As I said, with the blue light laser, you just have to go a little bit slower to get the engraving done. That's the infrared with max speed. Let's have a look at the blue light laser at the max speed, if it will actually engrave anything. So, max speed, blue light laser, let's have a look. Well, it has engraved something actually, even at that ridiculous speed. That's not bad going at all. And that took 10 seconds. 10 seconds to do that. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's try some brass and the infrared laser. Something that the diode lasers cannot do. Right, back in the software. That's my second vector graphic. We're going to engrave this. Obviously, as we are doing brass, we're going to do the infrared laser, 100% power. We're going to do the speed this time. Let's go for 2000, for example. Okay, and we'll leave everything as it was. And there you go. That took 36 seconds to do on a large scale like this. But I wonder if we went a little bit slower, if we could get it a little bit darker. Okay, let's try it a bit slower. I'm going to go 500 millimeters per second. Let's see what we can get. And check that out. Definitely a lot darker engraving, but the detail is absolutely fabulous, guys. The quality is amazing. Right, check this one out again. Lighter and much darker. Fantastic detail. Let's go with copper now. Same settings, 500 millimeters per second, 100% power. Although I'm going to reduce the size of our graphics. That's the engraving on brass. As you can see, it's actually quite faint. I'm quite curious. I want to see it a little bit clearer. I'm going to reduce the speed and we'll see what we can get. I'm going to reduce the speed to 50 millimeters per second. Okay, that's the results on brass with 50 millimeters per second. As you can see it, we can definitely see it a lot better, a lot clearer, although it's still not super dark, so I probably would suggest even lowering the speed on that. However, a blue dyed laser would not leave a mark on this material. Right, next, a piece of steel. This time we're going to go again, infrared laser, 100% power, however, the speed is 250 millimeters per second. And again, no issues with engraving the material at all. Next, a piece of slate. I'm going to engrave a photo on this, and we're going to do it in two versions, infrared and blue dyed, and we'll see which one comes out better with the same settings. And the settings will be 250 dot duration, 100% power and 350 dpi. Okay, that took 9 minutes and 44 seconds, and I have to say that looks absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic on a piece of slate. Look at the details on that. It's like it printed a photo. Fabulous. Let's try the infrared laser now. Although I will have to reduce the size of this photo, as otherwise it will not fit because of the rubber feet. And there you go, that's the results with the infrared laser. As you can see, also very good results. Same as the blue dot. I'm not sure which one I like more actually. I think they're both brilliant. As you can see, this machine, the blue dot and the infrared laser, gives you really good results, high quality engraving in any materials as you've seen. However, let's explore the facilities that this machine gives you thanks to its design and what it actually is. I do have my serving boards. It's my antlers board made out of oak, and I want to engrave my logo, so basically branding. Okay, it's quite large, so what you need to do, we're going to remove the plate. So that's my board. I'm going to place the machine over it, just on top, like so. I'm going to close down the enclosure. I'm going to make sure the laser is focused. That's about right. And I'm going to engrave my logo on it. That took 59 seconds, 300 millimeters per second, 100% power. Absolutely perfect engraving. But that's not all. Let's engrave something in a bit different situation. Like for example, the front of my workbench. Just grab the machine, hold it against any material and engrave. There we go. Not many machines can do that, guys. Not many at all. Now let's see if this machine is capable of actually cutting anything. We do have this special base here that will allow the airflow, okay, and the fumes to get out when cutting. You should get, thanks to that, a little bit better performance. However, this machine does not have air assist, so don't expect miracles. First of all, 3mm plywood. Obviously we're going to be using the dyed laser, 100% power, 3mm per second, one pass. Let's see what we can get. Okay, let's have a look if the machine managed to cut it through. And the answer is yes. Okay, that's not bad going. As you can see, it managed to cut through with no issues at all. However, you do get a bit of overburn on the edges. That's because, well, it doesn't have the air assist to clean that out. Right, let's try 5mm piece of plywood now with the same settings. Right, let's see the results. and actually almost managed to cut it through. Well, we can consider that as cutting through. Just a slight bit that wasn't. But still not bad. 5mm plywood for 10 watts. Not bad at all. Now let's try to cut a piece of felt. Well, I have to say, I wasn't quite sure if this machine would cut this out with that much detail, but it seems that it managed to do the job just fine. And check that out, absolutely tiny details in the felt, cutting out this flower. Really nice performance there. Right, let's test out this sliding extension that you can also get for this machine. Nice simple design. It comes more or less assembled. You don't have to do anything with it. You've got a port for the cable. So let's whack that in straight away. And we need to connect it to our machine. You do have a notch just over here in the middle, and that goes over the base of our machine. With this extension you also get 5 clamps and a side position bar that goes just over here. The way you actually use this base is to slide it over the bottom part of the F1, and you've got 2 marks on either side of the extension, and they need to correspond with the marks on the base plate, and the line of your extension needs to correspond with both of them lines, so everything just needs to be squared to the base over here. Now, to use this facility of the extension, we actually in the software need to change something. We're gonna go from laser flat to laser extension, and there you go. That's your workspace now fully extended to what you can see. So let's engrave something on this longish piece of plywood. I hope you can see the blue laser framing bar, and with this knob here you can actually move it left to right to see where your design starts and where your design finishes. The settings here, I've got 80% power and 160 millimeters per second. Now this is a maximum I can go in this setup with the extension. And there you go, perfect engravement in about 10 minutes. I think it's 10 minutes and 18 seconds. Well, you know what to do, especially if you're new to my channel. You know what? I'm honestly super impressed with the capabilities of this machine, of the quality of this machine. There is just one huge downside to this. If you don't have a business, or if you're not thinking about having a business, you're not going to buy this. As the machine itself, the F1 on its own, will set you off by about $1,600, more or less the same thing in euros. If you want the whole bundle with the air purifier and with the extension, you are looking about $2,250. Again, similar in euros. So that is a lot of money for a hobbyist and DIYer. Well, that's a big ask. However, if you've got a business, or if you already got the P2 CO2 laser, this is an absolutely perfect addition to your arsenal. With the infrared laser, you can now engrave things like copper, brass, other metals, silver, gold, anything like that. So if you are making some products that require this ability, perfect tool for it. And sometimes making those small details, or actually making engravements on larger objects like tables or furniture, this is perfect. You can leave your stamp, you can leave your design on any piece of furniture, and as you've seen, you can just hold it against the product that you want and make the engravement. Absolutely fantastic facility, and the quality is there, okay, as you would expect from any xTool tools. Today I only presented you few options, few things you can tackle with this machine, and it comes apparent that it is a very capable machine. Some would say, well, one of the biggest downsides is its size and how small of a place it can cut or engrave. Well, that is true, but that's the reason you will be buying this machine, because of its size, to tackle those specific jobs that you may have. Next, it's not a very good tool for cutting materials. It will cut, for example, as you see in plywood with no issues, single passes. However, I would say this machine is designed to engrave, not cut. Without the air assist, you will have not the greatest quality of cuts, that's for sure. So to sum this tool up, if you are a DIYer and want to leave your mark on the products you make, probably not the best choice, mainly because of the price. However, if you want to create some products with this and actually create some income for yourself, this will for sure pay itself off in no time with the capabilities it has. Imagine going to a craft show and on the spot you can personalize any object a potential customer may bring to you. Absolutely brilliant. I'm actually quite intrigued with this tool and I've got a fantastic idea of a product I may tackle on this. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you see that future video of how I'm going to utilize this kit to make something, well, fairly unique in my opinion. So there you go guys, that's my thoughts on this machine so far. Really good solid piece of kit, I have to admit. But for today, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.